Okay, so just wanted to review class 1, and I asked that you do 21 gesture drawings, and I wanted to go over why we do gesture drawings in the first place. Also, I had you do something called contour drawings, and there are two types of contour drawings that I had you do, which were number 1, the blind contour drawings, and then also the modified contour drawings, right? These two exercises, gesture drawings and contour drawings, are very important, and I would encourage you to practice these even as warm-up before each class, or even before each homework assignment, or let's say like you haven't drawn for a few days or so and you just want to warm up. They're not supposed to be pretty, they're not supposed to be good, right? You're not drawing them to put them on your wall or like sell them. Well, you could, I guess, if someone wants to, but they're exercises, so they're quick drawings, they're warm-ups. The process rather than the finished result is important, okay? So let's go over gesture drawings. Gesture drawings, I didn't show you like me actually doing a gesture drawing, and I kind of had you watch videos, right? But gesture drawings, I had you do gesture drawings, 21 gesture drawings of figures, and 10 seconds you have to draw a drawing. That's kind of a lot to ask for, but remember, they're warm-ups, and you're just trying to loosen up your arm, your wrist, your hands, your fingers. And when you do a still life or even a big project assignment, I don't want you to go in there and scrunch up like this and then try to draw each little detailed knobby thingy perfectly. That's not the whole point. When you have a large still life and you're working from an 18 by 24 or a larger, whatever, smaller or larger piece, right? You don't want to start at one point, okay? What if it's you draw it too small or too big, and then there's this much room left, or you don't draw, it doesn't turn out the way you expected. So gesture drawings, you want to do get an idea of how your still life composition is going to be like, and they're not supposed to be perfect or finished, so there's no burden of trying to make a perfect finished drawing, okay? So gesture drawings are very quick, just movements, 10 seconds, you're doing a figure like this, then you want to capture the movement, the horizontal, vertical movement of the figure, just a circle for the face, a line for the shoulder, and then as you have more time, like a minute to 10 minutes, then you can actually work in more details and work on the proportions and shapes, okay? But if you haven't taken a look at the PowerPoint, please do, and you can see how gestural and how quick the lines and the shapes were drawn, okay? Contour drawings. So contour drawings, the blind ones where you're not looking, right? But I had you do 10 blind and 10 modified. 10 blind meaning that you don't look at your paper at all, okay? So it'd be nice if you had an easel like this, but basically you're choosing a hand pose like this, and you're trying to draw all the lines that you see without looking at your paper and without taking your pen or pencil off the page, okay? So for example, this is a hand pose, and I'm gonna start right here, and as you saw in the videos, right? You can start at the edge here. These should not be quick drawings. You're trying to get every little finger and every little wrist wrinkle, and you can't look at your page, so you feel like you want to cry, but and you can't take your pen off the page, so you're like, what the heck am I doing? And then you realize oh, why do I have so many wrinkles and lines in my darn fingers and just one thumb? And this itself, I'm not going to do the whole thing. Especially a blind one, should take you a good 3-4 minutes each, even more, maybe 5. The reason why we do this is because, you know, many times we try to draw what we know rather than what we see. So I say, yo, draw an apple, and you're like, okay, I can, you know, you can just draw an apple like boom, 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 right? But do you really know what an apple looks like? All apples are different. Some apples are spotty, some apples have lines and wrinkles. So it's to help you really concentrate on drawing what you see and not relying on your memory or imagination, okay? So remember the focus on observational drawing, that's so important. But you see how already, like, my drawing, a lot of lines, trying to get all the lines, it's not pretty, it doesn't look like a hand, doesn't have to. That's the whole point. You're focusing on what you see. Modified, now for modified drawings, you can kind of glance back and forth at your paper, okay? So just to make sure you're on the right track, okay? So let's say I'm drawing this finger, okay? But at least 60–70% of the time, you should be looking at your finger, if not more, okay? So don't rely, and once again, you can't take your pen off your paper, so it's just gonna be one continuous line, okay? And if you have to go back, you just have to retrace your lines back and try to get every little finger groove and all, even the fingernails, right? This is the time when you really get to know your fingernails, your cuticles, all your little dead skin cells, right? My fingers are pretty ugly. People have called me sausage fingers, but you know, glancing back and forth, okay? Really try to capture what you have, okay? So that's that. I think that's it for the review for what I want you to do. Gesture drawings, most of you, some of you have sent me gesture drawing work already, and remember it's 21, not 11, I made a typo, and if you could please, you know, if it's like, most of the time it's going to be stick figures, but after that you're going to start drawing maybe a rectangular prism for the thighs, the shoulders. So very quick movements. Don't think too much. I don't want to see like nose hair or like nose holes or like little eyebrows or eyelashes. Okay, so that's the importance of that. I think that's it. Please do well on your modified contour drawings. That's the next big assignment, and I'll show you in the next video.